Greetings and welcome back to room 303 in our Talks with Walt, as we are calling our readings through the deathbed edition of Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. We turn now to a little poem, The Dismantled Ship, poem number 54 of the 58 of Sands at 70. We obviously coming to the end of the first annex. And here we'll have more musings on aging and death. This is, for some readers, maybe the saddest poem in Leaves of Grass. As we finish Leaves of Grass, we do stumble onto some poems that are very difficult to read, because they're so full of pathos, pain and suffering. And we're certainly going to play that game out here with this amazing symbol of the destroyed or dismantled ship. Our assumptions are that you've been following our stuff at learnstrong.net down that left-hand side, Talks with Walt, our playlist. We did give a set of introductory comments to Sands at 70, and we just finished with Greek Signal Flame. Now, our Nortons will tell us about this one, that it was first printed in the New York Herald of February 23rd, 1888. Whitman said the poem was suggested by a picture hanging in the parlor of his friend Thomas B. Harnden's. Another source is suggested by the fact that a rough draft of the poem was found in Whitman's copy of John G.C. Brainard's Occasional Pieces of Poetry at pages 47-48, where is printed Bernard's lyric, The Captain, a fragment, dealing with a legend of the sea. The poem, while short, is quite compelling, especially when one considers the fact that Whitman is looking at a work of art to create another work of art. Dismantled is used only one time in Leaves of Grass, and it is here. In some unused lagoon, look at all of the adjectives here, and imagine Whitman is applying them now to himself. In some unused lagoon, some nameless bay, on sluggish, lonesome waters, anchored near the shore, an old, dismasted, gray and battered ship, disabled, done. After free voyages to all the seas of earth, hauled up at last and hawser tight, lies rusting, molding. Now again, there's few poems in Leaves of Grass that are so compelling to read as this poem. They're sad to read. That although Whitman never says that this is how he views himself, notice, it's an unused lagoon, it's a nameless bay, it's sluggish and lonesome waters, and anchored now near the shore, meaning there's no value, and it doesn't provide the kind of value that one would expect of a real ship. Notice it's old, it's dismasted, it's gray and a battered ship, it's disabled, and then that last word of the third line, done. And then it's after free voyages. In other words, this ship has a history, but it's a history of the past, long ago. There's no more future for it. It's traveled to all the seas of the earth. Obviously, we think of passage to India, but now it's hauled up at last and hawser tight. Now, of course, we can make the connection to, oh, Captain, my Captain, and a ship there is coming in. But here now, notice that the ship, there's a different identification. This is with Whitman. Lies, now we've got it, rusting, molding. I immediately think of Tennyson's Ulysses, how dull it is to pause to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use as though to breathe for life. This idea that now Whitman may be identifying that he has become useless, and that is somewhat tragic, but it's powerful honesty in these last poems of Leaves of Grass. At 2A, well, it is sad when greatness is finally beginning to lose its luster and its power. At 2B, this is a powerful symbol, no question. At 3A, think about Oliver Wendell Holmes' Old Ironsides, that 1830 offering. Go and read that, and then come back and read this one, and it will be a powerful 3A observation. Finally, at 3B, have you ever witnessed something like this dismantled ship, either literally or metaphorically? And for you, is this maybe one of the saddest poems in Leaves of Grass? It kind of is a downer of a poem, no question about that. Thank you.